The benefits of having a buyer in the backup position. As a seller, do you want to have a buyer in your backup position? And as a buyer, do you want to be in the backup position? For the first few months of 2022, I noticed that sellers were not putting buyers in the backup position. They were very confident that that first buyer was going to close. As we moved into March and April, our interest rates went from 3.2% to just over 5%. So I predict that most sellers will want a buyer in the backup position. As a seller, the benefit of having a buyer in the backup position is if that first buyer is not closed for some reason, if you have a second buyer in the backup position, you just keep moving forward without having to put the house back on the market. For buyers, the benefit of being in the backup position is if this is a house that you love, you're in that backup position. If something were to fall apart with the first buyer, the seller discloses what happened, you make the decision, you keep moving forward with that house that you fell in love with. I represent buyers and sellers throughout the year, and I think it's always a good idea to have a buyer in the backup position. As we move forward, I think it's going to be even more important to have a buyer in the backup position if at all possible.